friends! Today I want to try a new tool for language learning, which is LingoPie. And the reason that I would like to try it is that since I left Japan, I didn't have a Netflix subscription, so I wasn't really able to watch Japanese dramas or something, except for the one mini immersion weekend. So I barely watched anything in Japanese, and the only immersion I really had was reading and listening to podcasts. So I kind of felt the itch to watch a show again, and usually I use Netflix and Language Reactor, which is free, or like at least the base version is free. But I thought, why not try something new? And this is not sponsored or anything. I don't even know if LingoPie knows a channel exists. And since they have a 7-day free trial, I just wanted to make use of that and take you along. So I'm just on the home page. So let's see, start for free, sounds good. Apparently it's highly rated, and it says it works together with Disney Plus and Netflix, but actually a question that I have is if I have to have a separate Netflix account and a separate Disney Plus account, because right now I don't have any of those. It says 1,000 hours of compelling and original TV shows, movies, music, and also Netflix and Disney Plus originals. And they actually have quite a few languages, and Japanese, which is my target language. Yeah, I already know that you can click at the subtitles and get the translation and also have the double subtitles. The reason that I actually wanted to try LingoPie is because of the flashcard system. I mean, I use Pro for learning words that I learned through immersion as well, but I thought maybe this is not necessarily more efficient, but a good thing to do now and then to change it up a bit, because you can also see part of the movie and stuff with the flashcards, so maybe it's easier to remember. And they also have a speaking tool, and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of speaking, but I want to do it, but it always takes a lot of courage, so maybe that's also a good thing to use. And they have things for all levels, from beginner to advanced. So you have the 7-day free trial, which is nice. What's included in the subscription? The way it's written here, it suggests to me that you can watch Netflix originals and Disney Plus content without having the Netflix subscription, so I hope that's true, because I would really like to finish The Boyfriend, which is a show that I watched when I was in Japan, and I think I have one episode missing or something, so would be nice to finish it. So in another question they state that you cannot watch every Netflix and Disney Plus show, but the best ones for language learning. So yeah, I guess they only have a few on there, so we will see if I can actually finish the show or not. And I have to say one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is that you can't see the price without having to create an account, because if I press on start for free, I have to make an account, and also if I press on the summer sale button, I also have to make an account, so I don't even know what price will await me. I think I would like it more if it's more transparent, like with Satori Reader, for example. I think they have it right on their homepage. So, what language am I speaking? Let's just say, for the sake of this video, English. And what language do I want to study? Japanese, of course. Handpicked Japanese hits from Netflix, Japanese music videos, that's cool, and LingoPie TV shows and movies. How good is your Japanese? Intermediate, I guess. Most intermediates boost their vocabulary by 70% within 7 weeks of LingoPie. I'm always not a big fan of those statistics, because how much would I have to use LingoPie to reach the 70%? It doesn't really say that. Why are you learning Japanese? I guess culture and travel? I mean, it doesn't really say for fun. And self-improvement, I wouldn't really count this as fun. We got you covered. 3,000 I know that. Where did you hear about LingoPie? YouTube. Free online group lessons. Okay, didn't know this was an option. And I'm set up. Yay! Okay, now I know the price. So 3 months is $12.99 per month. The yearly plan is $6.49 per month. And the lifetime subscription, 219 euros. Okay, I have to pick a plan now, and then I can cancel. And I already have to put my bank account in. Don't like that. So I just put in my bank details. I think Pro actually does a better job with that, because you have a month free and you don't have to put in anything, and you can just not use your account anymore with the premium functions after the month is over, so you don't have to think about canceling anything. They are holding half of the money temporarily from my card, so they take the money away, and they said they canceled it, and then I have to wait 7 to 10 days to get the money back, which I'm also not the biggest fan because I always feel like I have to remember something and I have to check if it actually happened. It's like one more task on my to-do list. Let's start, I guess. So show me how it works. Immerse. Discover LingoPie's vast Japanese catalog. More than language learning, it's an enthralling cultural plunge, whatever enthralling means. Get curious, click on subtitles, instantly grasp meanings to unravel the beauty of Japanese, one word at a time. Reach fluency, level up with LingoPie's interactive flashcards and quizzes. Language learning is now fun-filled. Start speaking. Take a live group session with a real teacher. Unlimited. Lessons for unlimited learning. Get started. I'm female and I'm between 25 and 34. What streamer do I use? Streamer. Other, I guess. So what do I like? Romance, drama, and I guess cartoon. So let's see. What's your first show? Going to see Pecro's Mother, Suzu, and Countdown Triple. Okay. So there's a daily goal of watching 7 minutes. There's a level, duration. And what does short, medium, and long mean? It's very open for interpretation, I guess. Okay. Call Me Shihiro. I watched this one on Netflix. Love Deadline. Blue Period, I also watched. Oh, they have Ainori. Nice. That I also watched. That's a really nice show. So they actually have quite a few nice ones. Oh, Japanese mythology. That's also cool. I will save that. And it's only 4 minutes. 9 minutes on average, 3 minutes on average, 7 minutes on average. That's actually pretty cool that they have like a lot of very short shows, because I feel like sometimes it can be a bit daunting to watch a full 25 minutes episode, especially if you want to look up words and understand everything. So you can say, I want to watch 1 episode a day, and that's my study goal. And I guess then it also makes sense that they have the 7-minute goal for watching LingoPie every day. Okay, so actually it looks pretty cool. So I'm not gonna get sidetracked. I'm actually debating if I should watch The Boyfriend or watch a LingoPie exclusive. I guess maybe one exclusive first and then The Boyfriend, because I also kind of want to judge the original material. And I don't think I will film a lot of this content, of course, because I don't know if I'm actually allowed to. I don't know if I will blur everything or something, but I will speak to you definitely later. And when I saved a few words, I will try the flashcards as well. So let's go. No, don't want it on TV.
世界の国々に様々な神話が
I don't want the Romaji. Bye-bye. And I think I also don't want the English, for now at least.
あるように
Eh? Okay. Yes.
神話が
Okay. What's that? We moved from word list. Okay, if you look something up, it will apparently automatically be added to your word list.
我が国日本にも神話が存在します
No, it's not too fast. Stop stopping it all the time.
アダムとイブ
And I actually like that it will stop automatically if you click on words.
古事記には様々な神々が力を合わせ国を作り神を作り地上を統治する話が描かれています
統治する
Unlock challenge.
箱舟
What? Okay. Choose the right meaning. Arc. Promote a
神話
twist.
が
Hello. Why? I don't like that it will automatically keep on going and I'm supposed to do the cards. So okay, yeah. No, maybe this is the sentence where it was from. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit confused. So yeah. Shinwa ga
統治する
地上を統治する話が描かれています
To be honest, I don't like when quizzes are constructed like that, because I know, of course, it's a verb. And the only verb that's here is govern. I only like quizzes like that if they actually would offer you 4 different verbs, because otherwise it's very obvious what the answer is. So, of course, to govern.
古事記、
そして我が国日本には古事記
Well, this was easy. You did great. Keep watching. I like that you actually can jump to the last subtitle or the next subtitle, because I think also with Language Reactor or Netflix, you can do like 10 or 15 seconds, but it's not always the sentence. I mean, you can also choose the sentence from the sidebar, but it's also nice that you can do it here. Like you have 2 options. I think one thing that I don't like that much is that I just did the second quiz and they were the words which I did in the first quiz. And when I got them right the first time, it said reviewing in 4 days. And now I got them right the second time and now it says reviewing in 7 days. But I just answered the quizzes 5 minutes apart. So I think that's a bit far. I didn't even had the chance to forget it. Let's actually try explain the sentence, because it sounds like an interesting feature. Okay, it's an AI. Japanese, the particle to is often used to indicate a conditional or cause.
Using in Japanese. In Japanese, the particle is often used to indicate a conditional or cause and effect relationship similar to if or when in English. In the sentence can be translated as then or and so, indicating that the existence of oak, inawa, S mythology is a result or consequence of some action or situation mentioned before this sentence.
Oak Inawa. Perfect pronunciation, I would say. I don't know if I'm a fan of that, to be honest. Especially because I didn't even click on it being spoken out loud. So, but yeah. What I actually wanted to do is... I already tested myself. What do you mean? Okay, I think it's strange that it doesn't realize that I already tested myself. So let's see. The boyfriend. So as I said, I think I only have the last episode left, but I will quickly check on episode 9 if I actually watched that one. What? Okay. Well, this is disappointing. So I need a membership. Yay! I was actually expecting it to be included in LingoPie because it was shown to me in the catalog. So yeah, that's, as I said, a bit disappointing because there's a catalog and there's music and kids and Netflix and Disney Plus, but there's not a section for only LingoPie and for something where I don't need an extra subscription. We need to practice. Okay, there's one overdue apparently.
神話がなくなるとその国は100年で滅びる
Gurubis perish. And again, it was the only verb, so it was easy. And when I say next game, that's the same thing again. Okay. Just this one word. Oh, but why do I have to do it 2 times in a row? Hello? It's not working. Okay. Oh no, okay. It's done apparently. I mean, then let's watch something for Japanese cuisine as a second example. At least like 1 or 2 minutes. Work up for your level. Watch the video and click on words and get a quiz at the end. Yeah, I already know that. Add 11 words now. No, I know this one. I know this one. I probably know everything here. Yes. I mean, some of them are intermediate words, but I feel like Tatakai is not an intermediate word. So skip and start watching. Oh, why is the quality so bad? Can I change? Okay, no, I can't change the quality. That's not so great.
こんにちは。野菜の日チャンネルです。今日は味付けしたごぼうを炊いたご飯に混ぜるだけで
ごぼう、
とっても美味しいごぼうご飯をご紹介します。これは炊きたてはもちろん冷めても美味しく食べていただけるので、ごぼうが苦手な方にもおすすめのレシピです。お弁当やおにぎりにしても美味しいですよ。最後までぜひご覧ください。 ごぼうは表面をたわしで洗ったら皮は剥かずに切り、ごぼうは表
たわし、
面をたわしで洗ったら皮は剥かずに切ります。
I also like that you can hover over things on the right side, because sometimes my brain is still processing the sentence and then there's already a new sentence, so I'm not quick enough to press on something. So that's good. So I think my first impression is it's okay. I mean, of course I haven't watched a lot of things yet. I think the thing that kind of makes me not rave about it is that it said it had some Netflix shows on there, and I thought the way it was put into words that I can watch those things with the subscription, but I also have to buy Netflix. On top of that, if you like the whole concept of clicking on things and having flashcards and stuff, that might be a thing you could invest into, especially if it makes you watch more. There's no filter for only filtering out the content that is included in the subscription. I think it would be better if they would have another button where it says LingoPie exclusives, and then you could just click on there and see what you actually can watch with the money you paid for LingoPie. And also regarding the cooking video I just watched, I think it's made pretty well, because you have some parts in the middle where nothing is said, and I tried to watch some vegan recipe videos on YouTube in Japanese, and I thought, oh, it can't be that bad. I know a lot of kitchen vocabulary and a lot of ingredient names and stuff, but people talk a lot in those videos and quite fast, so it's still very hard for me to follow. And I felt like here there were only a couple of words that I didn't know, like for example the vegetable that was used. But yeah, I feel like it's a good thing to use when you're just starting out and you want to get into it. At least that's what I'm getting from it right now. So I will actually try to do something on there for the next few days, and I will report back on how I like it in the end. So I'm back, and I don't really have a lot of positive things to report, unfortunately, because I was really hoping I would like LingoPie, but let me just put it like that. I was so annoyed that I only used it for 2 days and then I didn't want to touch it anymore. But let's start with the good parts first. I feel like the flashcards were pretty fun to do because of the video part that you had with it. So it was way more stimulating than just doing Bunpro or Anki cards, for example. And also through LingoPie, I discovered a few YouTube channels that seem pretty fun. For example, there were videos from a channel that does a lot of health stuff and also vegan recipes. So I was very surprised that they had it on there. And also a YouTube channel that posts a lot of dramas. Mischievous Kiss, I think, was one of them. And I think the one that I started was I Don't Love You Yet. And I just watched a few minutes of this one, but it was so fun that I definitely want to continue watching it. But yeah, I will just continue watching it on YouTube. And yeah, we already talked about all of the positive things, to be honest. So now let's continue with the negatives. I think after using it for a few minutes, later the evening where I filmed, I had a big loading problem. So the site wouldn't return to the homepage after I quit one video. And then I had to load again and it didn't work. So I had to close the window completely, start the browser again, sign in again, and then it worked again. But it was a bit annoying. And then with the drama that I watched from YouTube, some subtitles were missing completely. So sometimes it was just empty and people were saying something, but there was nothing on there. I guess because they probably use the automatically made subtitles by YouTube. But I feel like they should check those subtitles and adjust them and not just rely on YouTube. The subtitles were not good because sometimes also they split words between two subtitle lines. So half of the word was at the end of one line and then the next line there was the end of the word. So you couldn't translate the word because you had two parts and it wouldn't translate correctly, of course. But if you clicked on it, a random word would just appear or like a random translation would appear for something that's not conveyed in this sentence. So that was not helpful at all. And also some words weren't even translated into English when you clicked on them. They were just the hiragana instead of the kanji. And this was also not very helpful, especially if you don't know the word. And that's why you're clicking on it. The hiragana also also won't help you a lot most of the time. And also sometimes when you clicked on some words, the translation was just wrong. And especially with the, I don't know if you call them idioms, if there's part of the word and then ga and then something. You don't translate it word by word, but it has another meaning if you use it as an idiom. And there was also a word like that. And I clicked on the word, but it just translated the first part of the word and then the second part of the word after the ga, but not the proper meaning. And of course it didn't make any sense and it was not the right translation for the context. And there's an AI feature, you can click on the side and then it translates the whole sentence and it will explain the sentence to you, which is of course handy, but I don't want to have to translate every single sentence with AI to get the right meaning, because that's also something that I could just do with ChatGPT, I guess. I'm there to learn through the tool, not through AI. So I was a bit disappointed by that as well. And also sometimes on the vocab cards, nouns and particles will get grouped together. Instead of yama, so mountain, it says on the card yama wa means mountain, which is not right because the wa, it doesn't belong to the noun. When it's the subject of the sentence, you can use wa with it, but it's not necessarily there all the time. I feel like this is very confusing for people who start out learning Japanese and try to use this tool to help them learn it, and then they will just learn things completely wrong, which is very dangerous, especially if you think everything is right that's on there, because it's clearly not. And then once, also a flashcard that I used didn't even contain the word that the flashcard was supposed to be about, so the clip was unrelated. And I feel like I'm very disappointed. They are offering Japanese as a language. They are not offering all languages and say, yeah, we don't know if it works perfectly, so just try it and give us feedback or something. You have to pay like, what was it, 70 euros a year or something for a tool that doesn't even work properly. And I would rather have a very small selection, but completely correct things to immerse with and to learn from. Like if it's just 10 shows, so be it, but at least I know it's right. I think I only watched like 15 minutes of content in total, and I was able to take so many pictures from mistakes that were made through the program or like with the translations and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be angry if there was like a mistake here and there every, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, but not at this rate. I feel like every third sentence had something that was wrong. And I was also a bit annoyed with the speaking classes because you only have one that you can do for free and then you have to pay. But they will not tell you how much it is until you did your first lesson. So they kind of want to feed you a little bit and then you like it and then they're like, oh yeah, it's, I don't know, 30 euros or something. I don't know how much it is because I didn't do the lesson. But again, I'm annoyed by the price not being transparent and that you don't know what you get into before you're trying it. So yeah, I don't know, it feels a bit icky to me, especially with the quality being pretty bad with like half of the content. And also because I didn't want to forget to cancel my 7-day free trial because I already realized after a few minutes that this is not something I want to continue, but I still wanted to try a little bit. So because I thought maybe I will find some content that's better or like higher quality, and you cannot do that without losing access immediately. So if you want to use the full 7 days, you have to remember to cancel on the last day. I know some services, they offer you to cancel and then you won't have access once the free trial is up. So I feel like this is a good customer-friendly thing to do, but yeah, that's not how it works here. And maybe you can feel my anger, but yeah, I don't know how this can be put out there with someone feeling good about it. And I mean, I'm an intermediate learner, so I see a lot of mistakes, but I probably also don't see all of the mistakes. And as I said before, if you are a beginner and you want to study through that tool and you're not really able to realize the mistakes, you can just learn things completely wrong. And this is very annoying because Japanese is kind of a hard language to learn in itself anyway. So it would be even more annoying if you learn it the wrong way. And I will not use it again, at least until it's gotten way better. I mean, maybe one day they will check everything and eliminate all of the mistakes. The people that I watched that recommended LingoPie, they were mainly using Roman languages. So maybe it's kind of similar to Duolingo, because I feel like some people that use it for Roman languages say it's very good, and then a lot of people who use it for Japanese or like other Asian languages say it's shit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not happy. I was hoping for so much, especially because I tried Satori Reader 2 years ago, and it's an app app where you can learn Japanese through reading and looking up words. So it's the same thing, just with reading material instead of videos. And this was so good and so well made. And I mean, of course, writing something is maybe not as intense to produce as, you know, producing a video, but still, this is really helpful. So I was expecting the same helpfulness from LingoPie, but I got disappointed. I hope it was still kind of interesting or helpful to you, or at least you know that it's not the best tool to use now. So maybe you also know another tool that does something similar but is higher quality. So if you know about something like that, let me know, because I would like to have a better alternative, please. And yeah, let me know if you want to see other videos where I try new resources or like things like that. I also know people like Wanikani, for example, to learn kanji, but I never used it. So maybe this would be something we can try. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye bye!